America? Is this America? Who is America? Is this America? Who is America? Is this America? Ooh, in America they call it beer. Ooh, in America they call it beer. Ooh, in America they call it fear. All right. I'm going to play a song for you called, my name is Robert Andrew Wagner of the Little Wretches. I'm going to play a song for you called, Who is America? Well, counting the bottles all empty and broken, asthmatic parasites squealing and choking. Your pay stub discarded when your wallet gets stolen. Your lipstick is smeared and your eyelids are swollen. You're up in the morning and you're down in the spirit. You're 5 minutes late and they don't want to hear it. Get Dr. Half Hour, get shocked by how pointless these people are, mindless and spineless and joyless. Who is America? Is this America? Who is America? Is this America? Who is America? Is this America? Prettier girls caress styrofoam coffee cups, a cigarette smoke and a mirror for making up. You look pretty normal but you feel out of place, 'cause you don't care about the things they chase. Family and friends give each other support, spending their lives selling themselves short. The years fly past when you're caught in the flow. A person can't want what a person don't know. Who is America? Is this America? Who is America? Is this America? Who is America? Is this America? Who's the big shark in the small pond? Who's the uncrowned king of the dump? Every now and then you like to toss a few crumbs to watch all the suckers jump. You take care of your own kind first. Those who have shall have more. There's one pen mightier than the sword. It sounds a declaration of war. Any boy can be president, but only one per generation. When one man strikes it rich, 99 others find deprivation. For every beast of burden who is cut loose from the yoke, 99 others work twice as hard, believing they've got a hope. Don't be afraid when you're out late waiting for morning. You're by the riverside, you're watching raindrops on the wharf. There's thunder and the lightning, it's gonna start pouring. We didn't pay attention, we got the best view in the world. Who is America? Is this America? Who is America? Is this America? Who is America? Is this America? Ooh, in America they call it fear. Ooh, in America America they call it fear. Ooh, in America they call it fear. Ooh, they call it fear. All right, thank you, Americana Highway, for inviting me to play. My name is Robert Andrew Wagner of the Little Wretches. I'm going to play a song from an album called Born with a Gift. This is a song called The Taste of Dirt. Well, as a child I learned the taste of dirt, but it was all fun and games. But when the future of your life's at stake, the dirt doesn't taste the same. The dirt doesn't taste the same. Well, as a child I learned the taste of dirt, but it was all fun and games. But when the future of your life's at stake, the dirt doesn't taste the same. The dirt doesn't taste the same. When you were a little child in your little town, and they could see that you were different, so they chased you around. You said someday you'd move into the city limits to lose yourself and find consolation in it. It never entered your mind that the childhood spite could follow you around for the rest of your life. It never entered your mind, but now it's so plain. Some people cling to the past like it's their ball and chain. As a child I learned the taste of dirt, but it was all fun and games. But when the future of your life's at stake, the dirt doesn't taste the same. The dirt doesn't taste the same. Surround yourself with goodness and you're good. Surround yourself with jag-offs and you're not. You can't talk to an idiot without sounding like an idiot. You can't talk to someone who hates you from the start. Well, I'll F your mother, then you can F my mother. We'll see who makes the accusations. 'Cause I know I go around saying all those things, aspersions and insinuations. I wanna believe you're not evil, you're ignorant and misled. I wanna believe you're not naturally vicious, you're just a dog who eats what you're fed. Well, as a child I learned the taste of dirt, but it was all fun and games. But when the future of your life's at stake, the dirt doesn't taste the same. The dirt doesn't taste the same. Well, in the mountains they settle things with guns and knives, and farmers consult the preacher. But in the city they teach you civilized ways to get you down and beat you. And you think just because you've had a rough life, you have a license to treat people like this. Well, what goes around comes around, ain't that right? So I don't envy you one bit. Well, as a child I learned the taste of dirt, but it was all fun and games. But when the future of your life's at stake, the dirt doesn't taste the same. The dirt doesn't taste the same. Thank you. This is a song called It Was Almost Nightfall. Imagine you're a teenage kid, been out enjoying yourself after school, you come home, and there's such a ruckus going on, dishes breaking, furniture being overturned, yelling and cussing, and you say, I'm not going in there. And you go out and you wander the streets all night. fertile mind that binged on dreams is swollen now with loves unseen. The fishermen's dancing and drunkenly lurches, the streetwalkers spread-legged posed in their perches. The strongest of bows is drawn back in its arc, the longest of arrows hits right on the mark. I'm counting my quarters to see if I stack up. I ain't going home and I'm not gonna back up. It was almost nightfall. It was almost dark. Street lights from here to the skyline appeared like a grid of electric sparks. Skyward I looked and I wished on a star. It was only an aeroplane. I guess that's a wish that will never come true. Hate to squander my wishes that way. It was almost nightfall. From below rose the dusk. From above fell the twilight. It was almost enough. It was almost nightfall. I had plenty of time to kill. If I go home now, they'll be yelling and baying and fighting a battle of wills. And me, I played peacemaker so many times, and it never not once brought me peace. They'll cuss and they'll fight and they'll argue till one or the other of them falls asleep. So for most of the night I'll be walking. Don't I wish I could step out of time? The chill of the evening is sudden, and I am not dressed to be out here all night. It was almost nightfall. From below rose the dusk. From above fell the twilight. It was almost enough. So here I am walking in circles. I can't even go to my home. Looking above me, the heavens are pierced, and the starlight escapes through the dome. So the fertile mind that dreams to a fault takes the words of the wise with a half-grain of salt, and lacking a visible target implodes and wanders all night in a rat's maze of roads. It was almost nightfall. It was almost dark. Street lights from here to the skyline appeared like a grid of electric sparks. Skyward I looked and I wished on a star. It was only an aeroplane. I guess that's a wish that will never come true. Hate to squander my wishes that way. It was almost nightfall. From below rose the dusk. From above fell the twilight. It was almost enough. It was almost enough. It was almost enough. All right. I'd like to play a song called The Ballad of Johnny Blowtorch. Now, it might not sound like a ballad to you, but it tells the story of a very dear friend who was not afraid to take risks. Are you ever ever wanted was to hang on a cross, yeah. To be famous as a martyr for a long lost cause, yeah. And every day you don't die, your legend keeps growing. About a mighty soul beat, you wonder how they keeps going, yeah. You're eating threadbare and your glass is small, and when you last slept in a bed, there's no knowing. You're eating garbage, your complexion is spotty. Your once chiseled physique now hangs over your body. Your barrel is empty, you're scraping the bottom. The things that you're looking for, nobody's got 'em. Here comes a face from your past, don't pretend you don't see me. Well, if I ever get lucky and score, you wanna be me. The master of ceremony strikes up the band, yeah. And he snaps a cigarette out on the back of his hand, yeah. The marching band in chaos beats a hole right through its drums. And rats that got no teeth now acting chaps with flapping gums. They say that I'm a sucker cause I waited for you, but I ain't giving up because I know you'll come through. It makes me feel like an island, like a one-man gang who's going down like a punk with your cap gun bang. Your barrel is empty, your bottom is dry. The things that I'm looking for you can't even buy. Here comes a face from your past, don't pretend you don't see me. Well, if I ever get lucky and score, you wanna be me. All right, that's the Ballad of Johnny Blowtorch. The concept of being a little wretch, like blessed are the meek, blessed are the poor in spirit, those of us who don't have a whole lot to look forward to except for getting up, going to work, and coming home and spending our money. But I've not done much to earn this good life I have. I don't grow my own food. I don't produce anything except for, playing these silly songs with my guitar. So I'm in debt to a whole lot of people that I've never met and don't know. So this is a song called All of My Friends Are Undesirables and Anarchists. My friends turned into fanatics with terrible secrets hidden up in the attics. Closets full of skeletons and old bones they only bring out to play with when nobody's home. All of my friends are on somebody's list of undesirables and anarchists. It's not even safe to admit that you're one of my friends. My friends know cause and effect. We're notably known for abuse and neglect. We're natural targets, we're perfect to blame. None of my friends ever runs out of shame. All of my friends are taking some kind of rap, but your biggest weapon is your handicap. Nothing much good ever happens to none of my friends. We're carving a niche between the dust and the ether, walking in circles, limping along. We're stuck in a ditch, but I'm a believer. believer. I don't know much except right from wrong. Oh, what comedy. Oh, what torture. Oh, what stories we will tell. Someday, someday. Someday, someday. Well, none of my friends ever has to lose face. We're walking in beauty, we're walking in grace. We're marching like sheep to the slaughterhouse blade, the prize-winning herd at the Macy's parade. None of my friends ever made the first team. If you're going to hell, why not go to extremes? Gently down the stream go none of my friends. A vanguard of vultures in rarefied air, with a high priest of culture, we kneel down for a prayer for the lesbian couples and their turkey basters, and the amateur connoisseur cyanide tasters. All of my friends, wind scattered and blown, never get too close to the foot of the throne, but they're the best people I've ever known. We're carving a niche between the dust and the ether, walking in circles, limping along. We're stuck in a ditch, but I'm a believer. I don't know much except right from wrong. Oh, what comedy. Oh, what torture. Oh, what stories we will tell. Someday, someday. Someday, someday. We're gonna see them again. Someday, someday. We're gonna see them again. Someday, someday. All of my friends. All right. I'm going to slow it down a little bit. I'm going to play a song sung on the album Undesirables and Anarchists by an incredible singer named Rosa Colucci. But I wrote the song, and I love to play it. I can't sing it like her, but I sure enjoy giving it a shot. Now, I want you to imagine that it's, you know, you're one of the Israelites, you're one of the Hebrews. You're living in Egypt, and all of a sudden everybody says, come on, let's go. And you say, when go where? Everybody's going, so you go along. And then they come up to the edge of the Red Sea. Say, okay, come on, let's go. So go where? Through that? Are you crazy? But everybody's going, so you go along. And sometimes running is the only thing to do. There was no time to wait, no time to reconsider. The waters parted, it was drowned or be delivered. It was almost a reflex to stand my ground. Something told my heart I'd best not wait around. All I really needed was some time to heal, but there was no time. I wasn't made of steel. Had me down so long I would have cut a deal and sold my soul away. was the only thing to do, the only thing to do, so I ran. Running was the only thing to do, the only thing to do, so I ran. Maybe something clicked, or maybe something snapped. After the first step, there was no turning back. I used to lie awake, sometimes for half the night. I've had enough turmoil to last me all my life. Well, all I really needed was some breathing room, but then my hiding place slowly became my tomb. Hadn't been out so long, I started to assume that I would never see the light of day. Seemed like running was the only thing to do, the only thing to do, so I ran. Running was the only thing to do, the only thing to do, so I ran. You should know where you've come from. You should honor the past, but Godspeed carry you forward and carry you fast. Seemed like running was the only thing to do, the only thing to do, so I ran. Running was the only thing to do, the only thing to do, so I ran. I ran. All right, I could do one more, or I could wrap it up here. Think I could sneak in one more song? I'm going to tell you about a homeless person